That is good banter.
All right, Sarge, over to you, buddy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 69. And lesser podcasts would crack a cheap joke about episode 69, but we're better than that.
Nah, I wouldn't
That's for
even
sure.
know what a 69 is these days.
Well, what it is, Evan, is when a couple who love each other very much,
Or just maybe don't love each other that much, just very passionate.
just passionate, yeah, just had a few drinks.
I think love, once the love's into it, you're not really 69, are you?
Once you've, you mean got kids.
Oh, that kind of stuff. You've probably seen a bit too much to start mucking around at the either end of spectrum.
Yeah, it's a logistical.
It depends what you're into.
It's a logistical nightmare. You got to be very similar in height.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is which you don't get with many other positions.
Well, the shower one's always a toughie.
That's a nightmare.
That's not comfortable at all. That is just
looks good in the movies.
Looks great
and sounds good. Chatting with your mates and looks good on paper, but once you're in there, it is a fucking nightmare. It's your bumping taps, the fucking hot water's going on, the cold water's going on, the
hitting your ass on the tab.
You're slipping over, you're hitting your dick on the soap holder.
Friction. It feels like there's sandpaper down there. What's going on?
It's a nightmare.
It's so good, mate.
As I said, episode 69, and we're better than going down to the gutter straight away in episode 69. No.
Mate, talking about the gutter, all right, so we've come in, Good Banter HQ, on a Tuesday to record the episode. And Evo, geez, he's good. He's so good. He's so good. He's got everything. All you do, you bring the microphone, you bring your lead.
I've got to bring a microphone, a lead, and just turn up, which I nearly didn't do last week.
You didn't do last week.
Three simple things I've got to do.
Yeah. So I've got the Zoom recorder. I've got fresh batteries. I've got my microphone. I've got my little knobby bit on the microphone.
Do you recharge those batteries, or are they
these ones?
Do you have to put new ones in?
Oh, mate, I buy about 300 batteries a week.
Do you want some money for that?
Yeah, that'd be nice. But no, all good. All good. We'll work it out.
Well, how often I don't think we will. How often do you have to change the batteries on that piece of shit?
It's sort of when we do the hour episodes, it seems like it goes from 3 bars on the battery down to like 2.
How many bars do you start with?
You start with 3.
Okay, so 3 down to 2. So you might get 3 episodes in.
But what I do, I just to be on the safe side. Yep. So we're not, because we've got alarms going off. We've got things happening.
Yeah, things are happening.
So we don't have to worry. We've got enough to worry about without having to worry about the batteries.
Yeah. So it's a new set every week.
No, it is this week. I thought I'll lash out and we'll get a new set of batteries. Set up the video camera for the YouTube, which is flying 120 subscribers.
Jeepers.
Mate, we're going good. We're going good, but all right. So set it all up, try to focus it, and click to on.
What happens?
Nothing. Fuck all happens.
Diddly squat.
You know why? Because Evo has left the battery for the video camera on charge at home, and that's been charging all day, and I'm tipping it's charged by now, but
it will be hot as a fucking fry pan and probably melted a hole in your floor.
And the fire brigade are at my joint.
You'll know the battery's like, charged.
What the fuck have you done? I'm like, that battery is cooking.
Yeah,
no YouTube this week.
No YouTube this week, but you're the anchor in this little fucking bucket of whatever bucket of shit we're doing here. So if you start falling or you start dropping the ball, mate, we are in all sorts because I'm not picking that ball up and running with it. I am just watching from a distance.
As you said, how are our views looking this week? So I'll update you on the views. We much interaction on the Instagram? I said, I'll update you on that.
Yep.
Anyone being any fuck checking? I mean, you just go about your life. You do your 1 hour a week on the podcast.
And to be honest, even that's becoming a bit of a burden.
And we do it at your work.
At my work.
And this is a nightmare. So
anyway,
let's come on.
Episode 69,
people have gone through harder times than us, mate.
Oh, I can't.
I mean, we're going through tough times.
I wouldn't think of much worse than what we're going through. But anyway.
So at the moment, we're sitting on these high chairs, and we've got the Good Banter. We'll get a photo for the YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do a little
so you can look
selfie.
And with the YouTube, what you want to do, just to get, it's not going to be as exciting because they're going to be like statues. It's going to be a headshot.
So you're still going to put it on there?
You still put it on there.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Who in their right mind
Well,
would watch that shit.
Well, no one will watch it, but some people listen to it while they're cleaning the house or while they're, 69 and their missus. Or,
Okay.
So maybe that will get you in the mood. All that talk about trying to root in the shower and 69 and... could you ever do the lifting up 69?
Just wasn't strong enough. Not enough upper body strength.
I'd struggle to do it with a chihuahua. You know,
I've got good legs. I got my strong legs. I could make a little a nice little base. Yeah. But the arm strength to get them up into that position would be no go. I'd need to be dating a little
midget.
A midget, yeah.
Yeah,
a little midget.
A little midget, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like Bill Burr where he talks about how like no one can do the moves in porn than actual porn stars. They're almost bodybuilders, porn stars. They're fit because they bang in different... Like, if you ever tried to do some of the moves they do, like, I do it for like 2 seconds and then just collapse.
Oh, jaw-stick them.
Yeah, it's no good, mate.
Do they not have just the lactic acid build-up?
Oh,
some
in
of
the
those,
legs.
Some of those positions.
Yeah, that's not good.
Anyway, certainly some good
put it up
there,
though. So just play it in the background while you're doing stuff. Yeah, because this ain't going to get a lot of views, this one.
No, it's going to be, I reckon, people get a few minutes in and thinking there's not a lot of movement.
No.
But anyway, we're going to soldier on, and
can't believe I did that.
Just got one little... So it's okay, Evan. You rarely make a mistake. Well, I fucked up last week and didn't turn up. So this is small fries compared to... Small fries? Is that a saying?
Small fries, small fry.
Where's that small fry? Is that like from McDonald's? That's saying? Small
chips.
fries. Can I get a small fries?
Small fries. Would you like to upsize that? No, piss off. I don't.
No, so just a little add-on from last week's story that I felt. Was it last week I told my Shane Warne story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't your story. But
no. It was Shane Warne's who told
Glenn
McGrath, who told me in a room full of people. So a little add-on to that story, which I forgot to tell at the time, I got couldn't really get my head around who booked me for the gig. So a mate contacted me and said, mate, I've got COVID. I can't do the gig. Do you reckon you can? I said yes. He said the management company is going to contact you. She contacted me, and then all of a sudden someone else contacted me because I think the company running the event must have been starting to shit themselves because it got within 24 hours of the event
anyone.
And they'd lost their pump-up guy, their coach. So I said, fuck it, I'm in. So I had 3 people contacting me. So I said yes to the gig, but I didn't really understand who was paying me. Well, as to this date, still no one's paid me. But
big 800.
But less tax and parking and travel. And anyway, so I didn't really get it. But anyway, so it's ended. I've chatted to the girl that was there at the night. So as you do, I said, thanks very much for the gig. So that was great. It was good fun. I said, who do I invoice? And she said,
if we had some YouTube, there's a bit happening here.
This chair. It's got
fucking down.
It's a strong.
It's gone up, and
it's the hydraulics on this thing are like a.
Mate, I don't know what's happening here. This has gone up to bloody monumental.
You've gone too high.
Your bowl would struggle to sit in this. It's that fucking high.
That's some long legs required.
All right, mate. I'm going to go get the other chair because this is.
You don't want that?
Well,
you've just got to flick that. Hang on, 2 seconds.
Yeah, right. I'm going to get.
It says
vertigo.
Seat height adjust up and down. So you hold that up. Push down.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice flip that.
All right, that's
there
good.
we go.
All right, there we go. All right, now it's
wasn't so hard. You got to read the little.
It's made for Muggsy Bogues now.
Yeah, I just find sitting down on those chairs, I get a bit tired, a bit lazy. But up here with my legs hanging, I feel like I'm sitting at the bar. I'm fucking feeling $1 million.
Do some squats.
Eat me mandarin here.
Little chairs. Get the lactic acid working for a bit of shower action.
Yeah. So I've said to this girl, alrighty, thanks for the gig. Who do I send my invoice to? And she said me. I swear she said me. I might not have been listening properly, but I reckon she said me. And I said, no worries. So I had her email because we were interacting about where the parking was, and she was my contact. So in my mind, she's who I'm doing the gig for. She's the one I'm doing the gig for.
Thanks for the gig.
So, and she was lovely. So I thought I'm enjoying interacting with her. I'll continue to liaise with her. So got home that night, sent the invoice through, and then this other lady, the first lady that contacted me, I thought, you know what?
Just quickly, when did you get the gig was on a
Thursday.
When did you get contacted? Was this Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So, yeah, this
So
is a
things have
tight
gotta move quick.
turnaround.
Things are going to move quick. And
Yeah,
I
let's
think
make it happen.
Let's make this happen. So there's no time for me to be bloody checking the finer details. I've just got to get my game face on, lock this gig in, make sure I'm getting that $800 less tax and parking and travel and get this gig locked in. So anyway, I've sent the invoice off to this girl, and then I thought, you know what? The other girl, I didn't really interact with her much, but, she got me the gig. It's always good to... I think if someone gets you a gig, it's always good to thank them. Quite often I'll get someone a gig and won't take any money, and you'll just and you won't
You don't hear anything from them.
Just ring up and say thanks.
Or just text message. Just thanks for the gig, mate.
Gig went
really
great.
Appreciate
Thanks.
it. I took it up the arse. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
That's all you need to say.
It's that simple. So I've just sent a nice little email saying, I actually texted her because I had her phone number. And I said, okay, thanks very much for the gig. Really appreciate it. Let us know if you've got anything else, going similar to that. Hopefully a little bit more
more money.
And
at least cover my parking.
And travel. And she wrote back, no dramas. I heard it went great. Can you please just shoot me through the invoice? And I said, all good. I sent the email through. We'll call her Kelly.
I sent it through to Kelly. The invoice.
And
she was the one I was dealing with.
And she texted me, and this other girl texted me back in about 1 second.
That's quick.
And said, oh no, you should not have sent it through to Kelly.
Shouldn't have sent it to Kelly because we charged you out at 10 grand.
Yeah, you should have sent it to me.
And we're only paying you 800.
And she said, did you text it or email? And I said, I emailed it.
I'm not an idiot.
I emailed it, and she said, can you reverse the email?
Well,
and I said,
who the fuck can reverse an email?
I said, I can't even turn on a fucking car radio. I said, are you mental? You obviously don't know me. Listen,
how can you reverse it? It's like once it's in the ether, it's out there. Who does she think she is?
She seemed to think I could
think
reverse
you're
the
bloody
email.
Bill Gates or Steve Jobs or Stephen Hawking. Even Stephen Hawking couldn't reverse an email.
I said, what
can't reverse his wheelchair.
Go to what is it? The what's in the sky? The pie in the sky. The
internet?
The cloud.
The cloud.
The cloud. Have I got
it's in the cloud.
Did you know the cloud? I heard this.
The iCloud.
The cloud's a place. Did you know that?
What?
The cloud. They talk about it's in the cloud.
It's in the cloud, yeah.
The cloud's a place.
In the laptop?
No, the cloud's a place like in fucking out in the desert in America somewhere where this massive computer that holds everyone's...
Fuck, imagine being the bloke looking after the cloud.
Oh, imagine that. He'd know some fucking secrets.
He'd know some secrets. I bet he could reverse an email.
Mate, he'd know.
There'd be a few people getting up to some dodgy shit going, mate, can you reverse that email?
Mate, you wouldn't want to get on his bad side.
I don't think so. He's getting paid more than...
Way more. There's a lot's going on down there.
No, there's people down there.
Anyway, see you, Ben.
See you, Benny.
And then, anyway, so she shit her pants and said, can you reverse it? And I said,
you're an idiot.
I said, how does one reverse an email?
I've never heard of that.
No, unless you're from maybe the future or something.
Unless it's Futurama.
Yep.
Or maybe you are the guy in the cloud. You're the guy in the cloud in the middle of the desert. You better be ringing him.
And she said, and I said, I don't know how to do that. Can that be done? I think it's too late. And she said, you should never, ever email invoice the client. It's always got to be the manager.
Yeah,
and I said,
I
don't
didn't know who
the
gig was.
I said, I don't know. I apologise, but I don't know who's fucking what's who and what's shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you're in this high chair.
And anyway, so she's so then she's bloody hit the panic button.
But don't you feel like, hang on a minute, don't give me attitude because I'm not an idiot. It was a last minute call up. I thought the chick running the gig was the one. You don't know the management structure of old
no, I don't know.
Personalities Plus or whoever the fuck booked it.
And I don't get many gigs for management companies.
No, because they rip you off. They rip you.
And look, in this girl's. Before I go any further, she was lovely. Both girls were lovely.
Yep.
So I think, so what's happened is it's a simple math equation. So the client knows that she was charged a certain amount. So she knows I was charged, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 1,500,
probably more,
5,000. Who knows? I don't know.
You don't know.
The performer never knows.
But
what I do know,
unless you ask.
But what I do know is that I'm invoicing for a certain amount. So for the client, it's a simple equation: amount charged, take away invoiced amount, and that is what the management company's
getting.
took.
And the way she reacted, I think there might have been a fair bit of old cream.
So what would be normal? 20%?
Oh, I think the most agents take 20, maybe 25. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So let's go with, okay, if it's 25%, 800. So 800. If she's taken, no, that'd be like.
Well, we don't know what she's taking.
No, but I reckon she's
don't know.
I reckon she's taken like 200%.
Well,
more.
Well, certainly not going to accuse her of that because we don't know. Right. But she did hit the panic button. And I've discussed this gig before, but it does.
Should have hit the reverse button.
It does happen when the famous that got us out of getting the shit beat out of us at the Corey Rupp Footy Club about 17 years ago. Myself, Troy Kinney, Dave Thornton just performed. We're about to get punched up out the back, and they've said and we were getting $250 each, so that was $750 in total.
So your wage
was what
your wage hasn't gone up much in 17 years.
So it's gone down, which is disappointing. So and it was just very close to going to blows. They were fucking furious. And
run us through because the show didn't go well, Tom.
No, well, have I told this story?
Yeah, I think you might have.
Yeah. So the show, well, they catered for 200 and they got about 20.
That's disappointing.
So it was in this huge hall, so they're doing their nuts. There was a band on after us. It was a shit vibe. They were clearly looking for a way out not to pay, and we're meant to do 20 minutes each. Us doing under time was their out. Let's get these guys.
Let's get them.
So Troy did his 20. I did my 20. Absolutely copped it up the arse. But Thornton, fair enough. By this stage, the 10 people that were left were just arseholes. They'd started, and they were just abusing Thornton. So he just said, all right, thank you, and got off. And that was, they're like, all right, bingo, bango, let's go, kick some ass and make sure we don't have to pay these cocksuckers. So we're out the back of the footy club. It's getting nasty. It's getting abusive. And all of a sudden, one bloke said, I can't believe we paid $4,000 for this shit. And we just said, hang on there, dick face. What did you just say?
Cheese dick.
Hang on, ball breath. What's going on? And that's when all our hatred towards each other combined, because we said, hang on, we're getting $250 each, which is $750. And he said, well, we're fucking getting charged $4,000. And we're like, whoa, shit a brick. That's way too much. And all of a sudden, we all joined forces to hate the management company because that must be the fear that if you that you're going to get caught out.
Oh,
we caught these guys out. If you charge too much, you're going to get caught out. But I'm certainly not saying this MCG gig charged too much. I'm saying it's on me because I set the invoice to the wrong person. So you just got to be careful. But at the same time,
but also if you
don't charge too much, got nothing to worry about.
Don't charge old SB suburban footballer out at
SB.
Suburban. Oh, I don't know what I'm
SF,
doing.
Jesus.
I don't know what I'm doing here. There's no battery in the camera.
I don't know where to look. I'm looking all over the joint.
I'm like bloody, I don't know what I'm looking like.
I've never looked into the camera in 68 episodes. All of a sudden, take the camera away from me.
I
fucking don't know where to look. Where's the camera? Bring the camera back. Can we just set the tripod up?
Maybe you set the tripod up just so you got some form of focus. So
without the camera, it's just two fucking weirdos sitting in an empty room talking, not looking at each other.
It is weird, isn't it? It's like, what? Yeah, how did we do this before the camera? We just looked at each other.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't want to be doing that.
Horrifying.
That's
with
terrible. I'm getting the old chompers looked at tomorrow, mate.
I bloody hope you've got some put a few hours aside because that
mate.
dentist has got some fucking work to do.
I'm bloody nervous. I haven't been since before COVID. There's chips
Yep.
and chunks out of it. There's fucking shit built up
Are
everywhere.
you going to try and get the chips fixed up for the
well,
wedding?
I don't, yeah, but they're not going to fix that tomorrow, obviously. I mean,
No,
they're only
get
human.
a cap.
Yeah, I just need to get a little cap or just to build up the chipped
Yeah,
tooth.
a bit of a cap. Make sure you get the you got to get the right colours.
Should I get gold?
Make sure you get the right shade.
Go like 50.
The right shade of brown. When they,
Well, that's the other thing with this
Sorry,
fake tooth.
Evan,
Nah,
look.
the fake tooth is like darker than.
Is it?
Yeah,
Which one's the fake one?
the fake one's the big one there.
Why was it so much bigger than the other one?
Because it's chipped.
Oh,
the other one,
the good one's
yeah.
chipped.
So that's the other thing. When your teeth are fucked, people feel like they can give you
Punches in the head.
advice
Oh,
and punches in the head.
Yeah.
But they, like, mum and dad will give me advice. They'll go, oh, well, why is the fake tooth needs to be ground down? Because that's too big. I said, no.
Could you do that? Would that be cheaper than getting a cap? Just grind that one down.
Yeah,
but
then my front tooth, my Bugs Bunny tooth, be like 1 centimetre.
your first one's is shorter than your second.
Yeah, it's
You
like
look
having
like a vampire.
an opposite of a vampire. Yeah.
No,
I would look like a
vampires
vampire.
have the
Yeah,
side ones,
yeah. Maybe
yeah.
I could get those done. So the worst thing is when you
Good for Halloween.
Great for Halloween.
Bad
Maybe that's
for the
one
other
day.
364 days.
364
Yeah.
days. Not
But Halloween.
Great.
Woo!
Not great. Unless
Laughing.
that's right. So, but that's the thing. When you got shit teeth, like I know I've got shit teeth.
Yep.
I know what the problem is. When people start coming in, putting their 2 cents worth in,
Yep.
and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, that's where you start going, all right, this is ridiculous. Do you want me to pick out all the faults on your face and tell you the wrong way to fix them?
Yep.
Would you
it's
like
horrible.
that?
It's fucking.
It's
When
like
people
you're
just,
bald. Would you go, well, what you need to do is you need to just get shorter and your hair will grow through your head again or some shit like that? Or
Yeah, I remember once. I was in the United States.
Yep.
We're in New York, and
Big Apple.
and my wife and I caught the bus over to this place that was meant to be like, I guess it's like DFO, but as you can imagine, a DFO just outside New York would be off the charts.
Massive.
Like big Nike outlets and all this sort of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And we said, all right, let's split up. I'll meet you here in a couple of hours. I'll go looking for some shoes and bloody some Jordans and all that sort of
Right.
shit. You go look at
Is
whatever.
that where you got your Dave Robinson?
No, a friend bought them back from
Oh,
overseas.
that's right. Reed
In
Benson.
a 40-foot container.
Imagine how many drugs they could stash in those shit.
Jesus, they were some wild boots.
They
But
were massive.
anyway, so she's gone off to do whatever the fuck girls look at, and I was off looking for Nike shit. And anyway, and this gorgeous girl, she was sort of this Spanish girl. You know how they have their little areas, and they're like, and they try and sell you shit. You know that they're. And so she's a sales. It's almost like the people you see on TV.
She's
after
spruiking.
hours. Spruiking.
Spruiking.
She's spruiking. But she's getting people. Hey, you come over here. And
Come over here, Baldy.
and she was gorgeous. I had a bit of hair back then. I think I might have been wearing a hat.
Nice.
But, anyway, so she's gone, hey, you, come over. And I thought,
Why not? The wife's away.
Gorgeous.
The wife's
She's
away.
gorgeous.
I'll
What's
see
the
what she has
worst
to
that-
say,
yeah,
even
I'll hear
if
her
she
out.
says, do you want a 69 in the shower?
Yep.
I'm not
Which
strong enough.
Which is unlikely.
Unlikely, but let's
And,
see what she's got on the offer.
So I've walked up to her, and she's just stared at me and said, you have the oiliest pores. This is the first thing she said to me. The oiliest pores on your nose I have ever seen. I was like,
So
fucking
69
hell.
in the shower is off the table.
That's off the table. Like, that was her fucking, that's her
That's
sales
her
pitch.
opener.
I was like, fucking hell.
Oh, you really know how to make a bloke feel good about
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, should I come back to the States so I can get bloody ripped shit on again?
So I was like, is that really your fucking sales? I'm not buying shit off her.
Well, you
There's
have
shit to clean me
you
nose
gotta
up.
fix
To
these.
clean the fucking oil
You
out of
gotta
my nose.
fix the fucking golf.
Look, I knew I had maybe a little bit of an oily nose, but
Yeah, were you
bloody
like?
hell. Well, she was,
did you
acting-
wash up like one of those penguins after an oil slick? You're trying to walk out of there and you're stuck on the ground, covered in oil.
Yeah, it's fucking penguins flapping on my nose and just fucking cargo ships fucking trying to rig out of me.
Iraqi blokes are
nose.
drilling into your nose. Come on, there's a good supply
Oh,
here.
come on, assholes! I've fucking got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here.
Fucking you have the oiliest pores on your nose I've ever seen. I was just like, fucking hell, you're right.
Yeah.
And
is there anything on her you could pick out and go? You've got fat ankles, you bitch.
she was flawless.
She was flawless.
Anyway, so and do you ever talk to someone like maybe with your teeth? For me, it's my hair.
Yeah.
And you'll be talking, and you'll just see the eyeballs. Maybe I quite often see the eyeballs look up at my hair. And I'm like,
I sort of talk like this. I don't open my mouth, and they go, "There's something going on here." What is it? And then I smile. But also, I think for me, that's why I do jokes about the teeth. That's why I play ugly dudes.
Yep.
If ever I get a role on TV.
Yep.
Because the teeth are me, but
they are you.
They're getting a bit ridiculous now.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to talk without showing your head.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't keep my mouth closed. But no, but mate, they're not that bad. I mean,
they're not that
bad.
I must admit, sometimes when I do tell the joke on stage that I've got shit teeth, it takes them a while to go, and a lot of people will say they're not that bad.
They're not that bad.
But
and then they'll
just chipped.
Maybe they'll come up to you after the show to say they're not that bad, and then get within half a metre and go, actually,
all right, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Go to the dentist.
What were you going to say to me? Nothing.
Nah, nothing.
Get to the dentist and
while you're there, you got oily pores.
You got the oiliest pores on your nose I've ever seen. So to that girl, I hope she's had a real old rank pimple outbreak and her looks have gone downhill. What a sales pitch.
That's not great, but it made you do something about it.
Well, she was selling this shit to clean up the oil, and I bought it off her. It cost a small fucking fortune.
There you go, mate.
And it didn't really do anything.
No, mate, your nose is looking good now, mate.
You're a gentleman.
Yeah, it's bloody beautiful. It's good.
Anyway,
pity we don't have the YouTube.
Yeah,
this would be great on the old visual.
So have we had any...
We've had some fucks come in.
Oh, you little fucking beauty.
So Big D, he hit us up and said, just judging, Tom Siegert does have the oiliest pores.
What? That was this episode.
Mate, he's just hit me up then. This is going live.
Is that bitch? Did she email me?
Yes, she's emailed.
How did she find us?
I followed her on Instagram. No, we were talking about the Legionnaires hat. So thanks once again for Big D, our resident fuck checker, as the truck goes past thinking, what are these guys doing? Okay, so the Legionnaires cap, it came because it was a type of cap worn by the French Foreign Legion.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Foreign Legion?
Oh, mate.
A legion? Is that like a...
French Foreign Legion?
Not like a AIDS legion from Philadelphia.
Like a legion of Philadelphia or no.
I
think it's like the army or
where
something,
am I looking?
isn't it? French.
He didn't ask...
Don't worry about it, Tom. It's all good.
Eyesight's not real flash.
No, you're not great. You're not great.
Maybe
oily
that's why
pores,
I think
shit eyesight.
Your teeth.
My teeth look good.
Teeth are all right.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe you just convince your wife to fuck her eyebrows. Eyebrows?
Eyesight.
Oh, jeepers.
Well, her eyesight is bad.
Is it? She wears glasses.
She wears glasses.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a great thing. Like, just take the glasses off and I look good. So, anyway, it was a bit late as well to listen this week, Big D, because he tested positive to COVID.
Big D?
Big D's got the big COVID, so we hope you're feeling better, mate.
I think Tam's calling.
Okay.
Can I quickly take this?
Mate, take it.
Hang on 2 secs.
Dee's brother Troy and Roy.
Hi, Tam. We're just recording the podcast. No, we're 30 minutes in.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's all right.
That's all right.
We'll head home after this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
I won't.
no, Evan will head off to his place. Yep. All righty.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right.
They hate being on the podcast, don't they?
We can talk for hours. So,
Big D's got it, and his bro Troy and Roy, his old man's got it as well. So sorry, boys. We hope you're recovered now. So
yeah, well, I think I speak for all the listeners when I say best of luck, Big D, and I hope you don't get a bad dose of it.
No.
Hope it's a mild one, and you're You're back fuck checking. Oh, I guess you can still fuck check.
You still fuck check, but maybe you don't want to fuck check when you're feeling a bit crook. And
Good
we didn't. Here we go. We didn't ask for this, but Elvis recorded about 700 songs.
Okay.
And I can name one.
And I reckon there's no good ones, but I reckon there'd be 7 hits.
7 hits that sort of went around, and then all the rest.
So it was a numbers game for Big Elvis. You throw enough shit, some of it's going to stick.
Yep. That's like movies, like
jokes. Some
jokes.
People throw a heap of jokes out. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yep. That's true. Doesn't really have anything to do with this, but not at all. And here, Lisa Marie Presley.
Okay.
Whoa, big Lisa Marie. Jesus Christ, she's got quite the old back catalogue.
Well, funnily enough,
of men.
and this is no time to be. I'm sort of Big D's feeling flat as a tack. This is no time to kick a man while he's down, but he's got some opposition. My mate Connie sent in some information about
Lisa Marie,
and I was like, Connie, stay in your fucking lane, mate. This is Big D's. This is Big D's field.
This is Big D's our resident fact checker.
If Big D doesn't come out of this COVID, at least it's nice to know someone we got on the bench. But I hope you do.
We've got the sub.
Don't get me wrong.
So Lisa Marie Presley, she's been around the block. She's been married to musician Danny Keogh.
Okay. Couldn't name any of his songs.
No. I think he does Elvis covers. So he's shit. And singer Michael Jackson. Remember she went out with Michael Jackson?
Yeah. Well, he had his own problems, MJ, didn't he?
Yeah,
he had a few issues.
He wasn't touching Lisa Marie Presley.
Did I?
You know what I mean.
Was there a thing back then? Oh, maybe I'm getting this wrong.
You probably are.
Oh, no. No, I think I'm thinking of the next partner.
Nicolas Cage.
He's one of the weirdest motherfuckers ever to grace this planet.
He's a weirdo.
Because I heard, maybe Michael Jackson was in the same boat, that Nicolas Cage was mad. He was a mad Elvis fan and actually collected Elvis memorabilia, and it was almost like she was the ultimate piece of memorabilia.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more personal. You can have his guitar, you can have his songs, but if you get his daughter, did he lock her up and put her in a box?
I'm not sure. It's like
Did he get
I don't think he would have done that.
Did he get her signed?
By Elvis, I don't know. The birth certificate would have been signed. Mate, would you get the birth certificate? It's like if I love Dacos. I've got a signed Dacos jumper, but imagine owning one of his kids.
Married one of his sons.
Oh, yeah, not owned, married, yeah.
Yeah, and slept with Nick Dacos. Would you?
I'd rather just a signed jumper.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but, horses for courses. Nicolas Cage dances to the beat of his own drum.
That's it. And also music producer.
You said before, did he put her in a cage? Was that clever?
I said a box, didn't I? Did I say a box?
You should have said cage.
I should have said cage. But I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm still bloody spewing. I didn't bring the battery.
Yeah, mate. Well,
and music producer Michael Lockwood.
Oh, Lockie.
So she was married. She's had 4 marriages.
4 marriages?
I still can't nail one down.
No, you'll be lucky to get to 1.
Fuck, if I get to 4, I'll be like 85 by the time I get on to number 4.
You'll be 185 at your rate. But that wasn't COVID. That's yours. 1's a COVID 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so Lisa wasn't a bad looker. Lisa, sort of dark and mysterious.
Yeah, I liked her. And I said as well, a bit chunky but funky, but had the looks. She's a bit like Roxette. She got the look. Anyway.
I used to like Roxette.
Well,
she had a big gap in her teeth.
She had a huge gap. You could put a fucking mic cord through it, which that'd be a good little on-stage trick to do, wouldn't it, while you're singing?
Yeah, she won't be doing that anymore. She passed away, old Roxette, which is a bit sad. But her best of, holy dooly.
Great songs.
Now that's a party starter.
Oh,
Roxette.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Listen to your heart.
Yeah, when it's calling for you.
And there was...
Get set.
But Roxette was actually 2 people. Was that fucking weird bloke too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
everyone thought
people.
of Roxette as that funky girl with the blonde spiky hair that looked like Carl Langdon. But there was also that weird guy with the mullet that just sort of hung there. I reckon she could have ditched him. He didn't seem to do much.
Did he play guitar?
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, so it's just her singing really without music.
So,
isn't it?
anyway, yeah, that's true.
Anyway, mate, we've been crapping on for a bit, mate.
Oh,
talking
have we
about
ever?
69ers and shit like that, but it's all good times.
So have you got
So
anything for us? I've got a bit, but you
Yeah, mate. No, you go first.
Oh,
You
mate,
go first. I've
I'll
got to take
fly
this
through it.
jumper
I
off.
did the I did the Strathsfieldsaye football club sort of.
Sounds made up.
It does sound made up, and it nearly is made up because they haven't been around for long. They've only been around for 12 seasons.
Is that like one of those, where they run out of room in a suburban area and they'll just build a suburb and call it, beautiful, perfect lakes or something, and it's a shithole? Something like that?
No, it's actually a nice part of town. But what it does sound like is because it's a new part of Bendigo. It's just outside, like a new suburb of Bendigo. I think it's like they built this new little suburb and called it Strathfield, and then had it all done, did all the signs up, and then went to register it, and someone said, "Well, that's already taken," and they're like, fuck. Well, can we put just Say on the end? And so they just went around and put Strathsfieldsaye. Like, it feels like it doesn't need. It's like calling something Wangarattaray.
Or
It's like Canadian.
Thomas.
Some good, eh?
Thomas Assas. It's like good banter.
Thomas
It's
Assas,
like
eh?
good banterers.
Oh, which hasn't gone down well.
That
has it?
has not gone down well, mate.
So how much feedback did we get on that?
Oh, we got feedback on the YouTube, on the Twitter, on the Instagram.
Give me numbers.
5.
Well,
Five people.
It's enough.
It's
Going
enough.
on our numbers, that's enough of a percentage.
That's
So what?
enough of a
So
percentage.
give us what. For those who didn't listen last week, a lot of the shows that we love, they have a name for their listeners, and we thought it's nearly time. 68 episodes in, now 69. So we would maybe call our listeners good banterers.
And
And we made the mistake of asking for feedback. And what do we got here? Just read.
Here we go. So
Yep.
Matty Foster hit us up on Twitter.
So thanks, Matty. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Matty. He's looking good there. Sorry, lads. Absolutely love the pod, but good banterers is complete dog shit.
Jesus.
So I said, mate, I think you've spoken for the masses. Dog shit is probably letting us off lightly.
That's it sounds like it's come straight from that girl that made the comment on me fucking oily nose.
I think so, yeah.
About as subtle as a sledgehammer there.
No punches pulled there. How about here? This is from Barnsey. How about the fabulous Banter Boys or the Band Titties?
The Band Titties.
I
I like that.
the
Fabulous Banter Boys is a bit.
It's a bit too much. It's a bit wanky. That's a bit boy band kind of stuff.
The Fabulous Banter,
and it's sort of, and it doesn't. It excludes the women.
Oh, that's good, and we do have
One-
several of those. So
one
we would hate to lose her.
Female listener.
But what was his second bit? The
Band Titties.
the Band Titties.
Is that how you pronounce it? The band
How's he
titties.
written it? The Band Titties.
Band Titties.
Is that like meant to be a play on words I'm
Band
not getting?
titties.
I like it, but I feel like there's more to it. The
Or we're just
Band
not getting
Titties.
it. Band
The
titties.
Band
Titties.
Band Titties.
Band-
We could run with that.
Yeah, but I mean, we're probably still a few episodes away from naming
Yeah,
people.
we're spitballing, we're workshopping.
Yep. So, I won't go into too much more.
No, it's mainly negative.
That's all negative.
Yeah.
Mate. It's all negative.
So anyway, I've gone down to Strathsfieldsaye, and this is the club made. What's that? They've only been around 12 seasons. 2 of those have been COVID, and they've won 4 flags.
All right.
So they're not fucking around
Nah.
at Strathsfieldsaye. Their first ever premiership.
What's mascot? What are they called? The Strathfieldsaye's what?
I forget. Strathfields. It was something different.
Are they an animal?
Was it like a...
the Strathfieldsaye 69ers?
Okay, can we look that up? No. Wait,
Big D.
no, maybe. Sorry, Strathsfieldsaye.
Oh,
I know
we've
what.
got Connie.
Sorry?
Miss Connie's thing.
Well, he basically said exactly the same thing.
Oh,
He just
okay.
cut and paste.
All right. So Connie's learnt from Big D.
Yeah, Connie's-
He's the apprentice.
Yeah,
Connie.
it was one thing he's learned from Big D, and it's how to cut and paste. He was he was a screenshot.
Oh,
He wasn't even cut and paste. He was a
well, Big
screenshot.
He's gone right off that now. He's
He's putting
typing
things
it
in his
himself.
own words. Yep.
It's good.
So anyway, so Strathfieldsaye, their first ever premiership, I think it was about 5 years ago, straight out of playing AFL. They've recruited our man,
The
loyal
tip rat.
listener, Stevie Milne.
Love him.
A great guy.
Big
Love him to
Stevie.
bits. And he, so in his first season there, kicked 100 goals.
Great.
Get this. How's this? Would there be a better moment in local footy for the individual? He kicked his 100th goal. It was in the last quarter of the grand final, and it was the nail in the coffin. It was the sealer.
Mate, there's nothing better than that.
And he reckons all his mates, like Lenny Hayes and all those guys. Jesus. This fuck. This show.
I'm going to cut that out.
Do we? Not enough.
Sorry.
Oh, right. This show was. I actually was thinking this show couldn't get any lower. How about some fucking warning? What is that?
Sorry.
You got to
I got to
start looking after yourself.
Maybe
Mate.
instead of the dentist, I've got to go see the doctor as
Just
well.
go and get
Fuck, sorry, mate.
Go and get a. What do you call it? Where you get the
colonic.
Where they put all the water up your bum and it just sort of
Colonic.
colonic.
Oh, I feel
That's,
like I've really stuffed things up there.
I feel like I feel a bit dirty and used. Ugh.
Sorry, mate.
I remember once on a Mad Monday, it was roll around at my joint. Tam was back in Wodonga, and Big Trav. It was fucking one of the possibly the worst experience of my life. We were just polaxed.
Yeah.
And we said, obviously, we're out Sunday. Let's keep going through to the Monday.
Yeah.
So around there, we're just killing time at my place till
Yep.
about 8 o'clock. We're going to head back to the club. And things were getting a bit loose. It was, and somehow Big Trav didn't have any pants on, and he's just sat on my face while I was on the couch.
Did he slip off because your oily paws?
No. I think my nose really locked in there, and like a bit of Lego just clicked into place up his sphincter. And woo, that was something.
Yeah.
But until your little uncalled for fart, then
Sorry.
that just stinks. But
it's gone
anyway,
now.
it's starting to go, so that's
go.
good. We'll move on. So yeah, Milne's kicked the sealer, his 100th goal. All his mates from St Kilda were there behind the goals.
Great.
They've all run out. Beautiful moment. He's a premiership hero. They love him. So he's come to the gig. He's a hero down there.
Love him.
And they've sort of turned a blind eye to the fact that he's basically he's run the club financially into the ground.
Oh, they've paid him a bit.
Yeah, fair bit of cash. They're
Who was
paying
he
him per
sending his
goal,
invoice?
paying him per goal,
Woo.
and he was stealing goals from other people.
Wow,
and so
there's
forth.
no better incentive not to handball.
No, inside
When you-
50, you may as well. You're wasting your breath calling for it when Milne's on a per goal payment
Yep.
scheme.
Clear out.
Yeah.
Clear
Actually, I don't
out,
know
boys.
if he was on and I don't know what he was getting paid, but whatever it wasn't enough because you can't put a price on a club's first premiership. So Milne down there, he walks into the room. It's like Cheers. Everyone's, hey, Milne! They fucking love him, and they've it's a great vibe. And he's brought Ross Lyon in.
Oh,
So big Ross Lyon.
Big
So
Ross.
a couple of guys from the footy club, they love Ross Lyon. So Milne's been trying to get him there for a couple of years, but it's always been
Well, he was a busy man.
and COVID.
COVID.
A lot
That's
of
true.
cancellations. So it's myself, MC, doing the Suburban Footballer later on. Milne there, although he was just sort of sitting there singing piss.
Good on
It's
him.
quite funny actually. Everyone was drinking drinking pots out of glass. They had the kegs going, but for some reason Milne, they were serving his in plastic cups. So I don't know whether that says anything about Milne, but
maybe the celebrations with Milne after.
maybe
That
they've
grand
learnt their
final.
lesson. Yeah. So Milne's drinking out of plastic cups like a 4-year-old, and they've got Ross Lyon, and they've also got Sam Reid and the
Sammy.
GWS Sam Reid, not
Yeah.
the Sydney Swans. Sam Reid, and I didn't know much about him, but what a fucking great guy he was. So I got to interview him first up. 70 blokes there, about 2 women, but just Sam Reid was such an interesting story. He's the most games ever in AFL to reach 50 games, or most time.
That doesn't make sense.
No. Most time ever to reach 50.
The longest amount of time to reach.
To reach your 50th game and your 100th game. So he's done it the hard way. He's been delisted a few times. He kept coming back. He hurts
Wouldn't
himself.
take the hint.
Hurts himself brushing his teeth. He gets a lot of fucking injuries, this guy. But lovely guy. And talk about unlucky. He had osteitis pubis, right? Osteitis pubis, fairly common bloody injury. So he's gone into surgery, and somehow from the surgery, and I didn't even know this was fucking possible, somehow from the surgery, he's caught type A diabetes.
Oh.
What are the chances?
I don't know. What are the odds? I don't think I've heard of it.
You know you're having a bloody rough trot.
Tough.
When you go in. We got good news and bad news. We fixed your osteitis pubis.
Was it someone from the club who maybe got in there and somehow, geez, can we piss Reedy off somehow? He just won't go away.
I don't know. I don't know how you would even catch that.
But
But he said he didn't even know it. Like, he came back from his surgery and everyone was like, Jesus, mate, you look like shit.
Yeah.
And he'd shed all this weight and anyway, so he got on, so through his whole career, he was at the type A diabetes, so he had to go through that, but just a ripping bloke, lovely guy, but he told a funny story, and I love a good footy yarn.
You do love a story.
And I love a yarn, and
good banter.
and anyway, so he's up there doing he's a builder, but he's like works for this big building company, and he's what do you call the not the boss, but
Construction manager.
He's like the
site manager.
He's like a site manager, and all the guys are hanging shit on him because he knows nothing about fucking building, zero.
That's it.
So anyway, all his builder mates, they've come up and goes, mate, we want to stitch him up. Everyone always thinks he's the other Sam Reid because that's the better one and the more famous one.
Yep.
So when you do his intro,
Sam Reid from Sydney.
When you do his intro, can you do the intro of the other Sam Reid? You know, so it was great. So I got up, did about 20 minutes of stand-up comedy, great crowd, everyone's on the beers, everyone's having a laugh, and then I've said, all right, enough of my shit. I'm gonna bring on our first speaker. I'm going to interview him. This guy's a great guy. He's Murray Bush Rangers, recruited number 16 in national drafts, been Sydney Swans, premiership player, and you could just see him shaking his head, going, you motherfuckers. And, so he's come up, and everyone's cheered and laughed because obviously it was a stitch up. But then he told this story. He said, funny story about that. And he went. I think he was in Sydney, and I got a memory like a sieve. But he's gone to a big event at the SCG. Well, I think it might have been the rugby or something. There was something big at the SCG. So he's gone in. He's got his ticket. Or he's walked in and they've said, all right, he goes, he must have had his name on the ticket. And they've said, oh, Sam Reid. And he goes, yeah. And they said, oh, come with us. And anyone, I think you'd have to be Stevie Wonder could see where this one's going. So anyway, they've ushered him down and said, can we get you some drinks? Sam, and he goes, oh, mate, absolutely. So they've got him some drinks and they've got him down. They've sat him in the best seat of the house, and he's sitting there right on the fence having his free beer, and he's going, fucking, how good's this?
How good is it being Sam Reid?
Being an AFL footballer, GWS, I thought I wouldn't get recognised up here, and all of a sudden he's turned around and the other Sam Reid's walking down the aisle, and he's just going, fuck me. And Sam Reid's just walked up and obviously they'd know each other. And he said they're both in Sydney. They both got the same name. They both got the same name brother. They've both got a brother, Ben Reid.
What are the odds of that?
Very slim, I would have thought.
Diabetes.
So and the other Sydney Swans, Sam Reid's just said, oh, mate, I'm so sorry. And he goes, don't worry. So our Sam Reid's gone and up to the nosebleed section for him, and they took the beer off him. And great guy, just a ripping bloke.
Still playing?
He's playing up at Echuca with old mate from Carlton, Walker. So Walker's gone up there. He's coaching up there. So he's got him up there. Got him a job. Did
he think it was the other Sam Reid when he
did? He turned up the first training. He was like, "Fuck me, who have I recruited here?" Yeah, but geez, he had a great sense of humour. He was ripping bloke, but but first pracky match, he's fucked his shoulder. Fucked his pec.
Jesus.
And then he's very injury prone, this guy.
Yeah.
He's made of plywood, I believe. And so he fucked his pec, but he didn't realise. he really wanted to play, and because he felt bad, he was the big recruit, so
Yeah,
he
you
said,
gotta
"I'm
play."
going to fucking play anyway, despite the pec
And he
being
caught
bad."
AIDS.
So he came in and broke his leg. So he's only played about a quarter up there.
Poor Sammy.
So I can't take a trick off Sammy, but ripping bloke, just a nice guy.
Yeah, good work, Sammy.
So then
All right.
I interviewed Ross Lyon. How many people
Lyon.
can say they interviewed Ross Lyon? Like, he was
A
he
few.
doesn't quite a few.
Few.
But so
Not plebs.
Not plebs. So in the lead
You've
up,
had a big few weeks, Tommy.
I've
Who
met
are
some.
Glenn McGrath, Ross Lyon, the shit Sam Reid?
I'm rubbing shoulders.
You're brown nosing.
I'm rubbing
Oily
shoulders.
brown
I'm oily
nosing.
nosing people.
Oily nose.
So in the lead up to this, I don't know whether numbers were down in the about 2 weeks before this gig, but Milne sent me a text and he said, "Mate, do you reckon you can make a little video promoting the day?" So I've said, "All right,
That'll bring him in.
That'll fucking bring him in." So so I've chucked the helmet on. I do this for clubs quite often. To be honest, it's a fucking pain in the ass, but I do it because I like to try and
Good
make
bloke.
it funny. So I did this. The idea of the joke was. So I'm looking in the camera. G'day, guys. Make sure you come down to the Strathfield Footy Club, President's Sportsman's Luncheon. It's just Strathfield.
Strathsfieldsaye.
No, it's just outside Melbourne. And they'll go, "What? Strathsfieldsaye? Where the fuck's that?" So it's like I fuck it up. And I go, that's fucking miles away. Anyway, Gary Lyon's going to be there, one of the greats. But what? It's Ross Lyon? Fucking hell, he's shit. And anyway, so that's the whole idea of the video.
Good,
Anyway,
mate.
people like it.
They love it.
And anyway, so Milne's, I've forgot all about this video. Milne's walked in with Ross Lyon. I said, "G'day, mate, how you going?" And Milne goes, "Oh, I showed Ross the video." So I said, "What video?" And he goes, "The video where you said he's fucking
shit."
Oh yeah, he's shit. And he goes, "What did I say?" And I go, "Oh, he's not that idiot that goes, 'Oh, that's quite brilliant, Shane. That's quite brilliant." And I did like an impression of him. So Ross Lyon is watching
Thinks you're a
me
flog.
doing a fucking
Ripping-
smart
Who's
ass.
this
"Oh, that's
fuckwit?"
quite brilliant, Shane. That's quite." I'm like, "Oh,
Who's Shane?
Jesus."
Shane?
Haven't you heard that?
No.
Oh, it's on.
Confidential.
Yeah, Footy Classifieds.
Okay.
Footy Classifieds, is that it?
Yeah, it could be.
Footy Classifieds. Every time they go to his segment, they go, "That's quite brilliant, Shane."
So he said that.
A while ago at a press conference, and that's his
flogging the dead horse.
Yeah. So I thought, all right, man, we got off on the wrong foot, and I said to him, "Mate, do we?" So I just
Worth to hug
introduced
it
myself. I said, "All right, mate, do you want me to interview you, or do you just want to go up there
Or
and
do you just
speak?"
kick
And
the
he
shit
said,
out of me?
"Well, aren't you the MC?"
Oh,
And I
you
go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I think you better interview me." And I said, "Okay." And he's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
He's a big man. He's got big fucking fists, and he's
he's-
got a reputation.
Yeah.
And I said, "All right, what do you want me to ask you?" And he goes, "Shouldn't you have done your fucking homework, your research?" And I was like,
"You're getting sweating. You'd be getting
boy."
clammy
I
hands
could
here,
sort of
wouldn't
tell
you?
he was enjoying it. He was
Okay.
enjoying the fact that I was shitting my little undies.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I've quickly gone to Milne. Fuck me, mate. What can I ask him? So and I've jumped on Wikipedia, written down some questions. So after the break, we've gone up.
Oh, you do stress out though when you haven't done the research and you get put on
Oh,
like that.
yeah,
So,
because if it goes well, most guys you've only got to fill half an hour. You probably got to ask them 3 questions,
and they go on
they're
a
away.
tangent. But if they don't know how to talk, there's nothing much in it.
But so I sat up there, cracked a couple of gags. Welcome to the stage, Ross Lyon. He's walked up, and what a fucking pleasure it was. We were meant to do about 40 minutes. We did over an hour, and I honestly believe we could have done 4 hours, 5 hours,
6? Could you push
maybe
it to
not 6?
6?
That would have been a bit rough.
Yep.
But it was. You could have heard a pin drop. He was just such
engaging.
That's a good word. Engaging. He was funny. I reckon with Sportsman's Days, you want to hear shit. You can't hear on SEN.
That's what you want to
hear. You're not
hear.
going to hear on Footy Classifieds.
Like a podcast.
Or like a podcast.
You want to hear someone fart into the microphone and stink out their co-host.
You don't see that on SEN. You don't see bloody Kane Corns just stick the mic on his ass and fart. And
that's a low point.
And it was a low. That was a real low. But it'll be interesting to see if there's a bit of a dip in listeners.
I'll edit it out.
Nah, keep it there. It's real. It's real. It's warts and all. So anyway, he told some stories about fights and drinking piss and punching on. And one thing that really, really that I really realised about him that's really stood out is that he really cared for his players.
That's the vibe I get.
Like he and even then, like how long since he's been to St Kilda?
35 years.
So how many?
Not quite that long.
And how many players would he played with? Probably 100 or so by now. So
a lot,
including and he's still jumping in a car on a Friday arvo with Stevie Milne, going for a 2 and a bit hour drive, drinking piss with him at the Strathsfieldsaye Footy Club, and he talked about. I think one of his players, I can't think of his name, has been put in the clink this week.
Sammy Fisher.
Sammy Fisher.
Yeah.
So, and he mentioned that, and it was sincere. He used the word. He said it's heartbreaking. He said it's heartbreaking, and it was. And he's won me over. Not that I didn't like him, but I always thought maybe
you sit on the fence with people. Was he good at Freo? Was he that kind of guy? Who is Ross Lyon? Yeah, you know who Ross Lyon is.
The jury was out. And he won over everyone. Just an interesting guy. Just
great.
Hard as a fucking cat's head. But he said he called himself the accidental coach. He sort of got into coaching by mistake, and he doesn't think he'll coach. He said adamantly he's not going to coach again.
Not going to do it.
No, but anyway,
he's good in the media.
Yeah, really good in the media.
He's good.
He's got a weird walk on him.
Yeah, he's sort of. I've never seen him walk.
He doesn't move his arms.
Okay, so he's all lower body,
like a robot.
Maybe he is a robot.
He could be a robot.
A lot of these AFL coaches have turned into robots. Maybe
it's
the opposite.
So anyway,
I don't know.
Lovely guy.
That's great.
Wish him all the best, and thanks to Milne for the intro.
Woo, Milne, the old tip rat. We love you, mate. So anyway, so you've had a ripper up there. What I've done, unfortunately the Swan Hill gig last week. Yeah, we've been going for a while.
Yeah, sorry, my stories are
that's
really
all right.
dragging the.
That's all right, mate.
Jesus, 55 minutes.
I know, mate. I know. We're turning these into the thought at the start of getting these things to 55 minutes. That would have freaked.
Yeah,
freaked us out.
I tell you what, we do as we're asked, because ever since the old bloody rabbit fiddlers, sheep fiddlers up in the bush complained about our 30-minute episode.
These are like, what's
mega episodes,
it's like
bonus episodes.
Schindler's List. It goes for 3 hours.
Hopefully a little bit more upbeat.
A bit more upbeat, but yeah. So the fart thing wasn't great, but yeah. We'll move on. We'll push through that.
So anyway, over to you, Ivan.
Anyway, so last week, I had a big one last week. I was heading before the podcast. After we did the podcast last week, I was meant to be heading to Swan Hill.
Swan
Hill. But get the call in the morning. Doot, doot, doot. Don't know what that was.
Because that was all the talk in last week.
That was all the talk.
About you going
all the talk
Swan
about
Hill
how we go everywhere for fuck all. We do it all. So Claire Hooper, no good.
Hoopy hoop.
COVID.
Out of the loop.
Picked up the COVID, or as I call it, Swan Hill syndrome. Anyway, Watsy, who's organising the gig, thanks for the gig, Watsy. He's trying to get a replacement on the day.
Yep.
I think no one is driving, even if you do have the free time. I don't think you're driving up to Swan Hill.
You might be more chance at short notice.
Maybe, but then
because you think, I'm definitely not going to get another gig in the next 12 hours.
That's true. So then the Swan Hill syndrome kicks in. Like you're thinking, it's a 4-hour drive.
But someone's 4 hours, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those ones. If you're thinking, I've got the wife's at home, or the husband's at home.
Yep.
I've got a bottle of wine there. We've got a nice meal planned. I don't think I'm going to Swan Hill. So that's happening tomorrow. We're back on the road tomorrow. So after the Swan Hill got cancelled, I'm heading up to Queensland.
Yep.
Heading up to Queensland to catch up with the old Nelson twins and Chris the Bloke Franklin. Can drink, but has slowed down a bit, I think.
Okay.
Has slowed down. His staying power isn't as good, but also he's 58.
And his liver's probably absolutely fucked.
Basically turned into a little shriveled up acorn.
Yep.
So it's not absorbing
as much as it used to.
It's not loving life, his liver. He's not happy, but flying to Brisbane. And then we're going to Goondiwindi. You heard of Goondiwindi, mate?
I've heard of it. Couldn't tell you where it was.
Right, so Goondiwindi's 4 hours from Brisbane.
Jesus.
So we're doing some Ks here, mate.
We are racking up. I think I touched on this last week. I wish you could get frequent driver
points. Like if you go past a certain servo, it goes boop boop, and you go, there's another 1,000.
Yeah, and you could cash them in and get like a toaster.
Yeah, like how many
Something
toasters do you need?
Oh, the other things.
Okay, that's true. That's good. So we're heading down to Goondiwindi, and we said to Juzzo, it's at the what pub was it? It was the O'Shea's Royal Hotel.
O'Shea
in Goondiwindi.
Irish?
It didn't look very Irish.
Okay.
It didn't look very,
Sounds
maybe it was just
Irish.
the family, but the family, I don't know who owned it, but no one there looked really Irish.
Okay.
So, and then Juzzy's, because I'm doing the poster for the gig, so I've done the poster weeks ago, and then Juzzy goes, "Oh, mate, a week before the gig, they want to put a QR code on the poster." I said, "What? A week before the gig?"
I don't think Goondiwindi's the QR code's going to work.
I don't think people in Goondiwindi know what a QR code is. So I'm with you, Tommy, but I thought that's the go these days. You put the phone up, you get the tickets.
Yep.
So, all right. I put it on there a week ago. Then they print out the posters, obviously. And anyway, so we're driving there. I said, "Oh, Juzzy, how the ticket sales looking? How they said, "Oh, they're not looking great. I think they've sold about 12 tickets."
Maybe they need a bigger QR code.
Maybe they need to turn the pub, or maybe the pool table. Just put a big QR code on the pool table.
Yep.
So we turn up there, and Juzzy says, "Oh, I think that the chick who's organising it, she's a bit worried because it's her first big function."
Yep. Well, it doesn't sound like... Well, she's lucky because it doesn't sound like it's going to be a big function.
Doesn't sound like it's great. Sounds like
I've got some good news for you. This
isn't going to be a big
function, so you got nothing to worry about.
What she said, she said, "Oh, I'm not too worried," because what happened was we had a trivia night. A few weeks ago.
Yep.
And we had they just turned up on the night.
Okay.
There was 150 there.
That's country people for you.
Country people, what are you doing on a Wednesday? Do you want to, do a trivia night? They go, yeah, let's do it. So they all turned up. This is great. And we're sort of chatting to her as we get there. We're chatting to her as we're setting up. She's a bit stressed, but she goes, "It's all right. We had 250 at the trivia night."
Jesus.
2 weeks ago. So she's sort of just pumping the numbers up.
Okay.
We're going, "How many people did you have at this trivia night?" Yeah, it's all right. They're going to turn up on the night. But I sort of said to Juzzy, I said, "Mate, what were they paying for the trivia night?"
It was nothing.
It was nothing.
Okay.
It's easy to rock up.
So that's a real point of difference.
When you don't have to shell out a bit of coin.
Yeah.
So
how much were tickets?
Tickets were 25, I think.
Probably buy a house in Goondiwindi.
For 25 bucks.
So
you're thinking, do I buy a house or do I go see the Nelson twins, Evan Hocking, and Chris the Bloke Franklin?
Yep.
Old acorn liver. So, all right. So we're having something to eat. We're not sure how many people we're going to get.
Okay.
And, things are like, "Oh, this is no good. It doesn't seem like there's much buzz in the town.
Yeah.
There's not much vibe.
Didn't see any billboards up on the way.
Didn't see any billboards. There's no, when you walk down the street, you go, "Oh, is that Chris Franklin? Is that Evan Hocking? Is that the Nelson?" There's none of that.
Okay.
There's none of that. No one knows who we are. The cops go, "Mate, stop jaywalking." I said, "We're the fucking comics." They go, Who are you? We don't know.
We don't care.
We don't give a shit. Get out of our town. You were bringing us down." But we set the room up. The room's looking great. And they had little dividers where we could divide the room.
Oh, make it smaller.
Which seems to be a common theme with any gigs that I seem to do.
Yeah, you like to make the room smaller. Worst case scenario, just have it in a cubicle. A toilet cubicle.
Do that.
Just have the person
I could do that.
Sitting on the dunny and you perform.
So it says showtime is 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
Yep.
It gets to 7 p.m. and there's no one in the room.
Okay,
we're thinking this isn't looking good.
So they come real late.
They come real late. They come flooding on a Saturday. This is a Friday gig.
Yep.
So anyway, we start putting a bit of a call out because they know they've got a few pre-books. So they go, "Oh yeah, we sort of know those people. We know those people. All right." We start filtering through. We start going through they start going through the pub. Go, "Come on, the show's starting. Make your way into the room." And gets to 7:30. There's maybe there's like 10 people in the room. We're going, "This is no good. No. This is no good." What's
Isn't it
happening?
A bad feeling?
Oh, it's just, the pub have probably done their nuts on the show. And I'm just thinking, how do you not get... It's Goondiwindi. It's a biggish town. How do you not get people to the pub?
Because you always give 100%. You'll always try and put on a great show. But there's always the fact that the pub's going to do their nuts. And look, if it was a pub 5 minutes from home, you'd quite happily say, look, I'll only take half the fee, or in fact, I'll do it for nothing. But when you've travelled fucking
4 hours,
20,000 kilometres to get
jumped
there,
on a plane, I've changed.
You can't be giving discounts.
You can't be doing it.
It's on
mate.
them. It's on them.
It's on them. It's on them. So I said, like, why don't they tell all the staff, print out little flyers, go a month out, go our comedy night. It's coming up on the 20th of May. Grab that. Grab this. Grab that. You got to put it in people's faces.
You do. But what we've got to remember is we think comedy's the most important thing, but there's a fucking Elvis impersonator that's on Sunday Arvo. He's thinking the same thing.
Trivia night. I went to the trivia night. There were 800 people at the trivia night.
9,000 people.
9,000.
Yeah.
It was like Suncorp Stadium.
It's unbelievable.
It was massive, the trivia night.
So they can't, we think it's the most important function in the world, but to them, the bloody, they've still got to serve the meals, and the sun comes up the next day.
Yeah, but I just thought, they're paying for it. Bloody, wouldn't they try
point.
to do everything?
That's a good point.
All right, so now it's getting to quarter to 8.
Yeah.
And we're thinking maybe 10 to 8. And I'm thinking, all right, we're going to look at maybe starting at 8, 8:15.
Yep.
Because it's clear that 7 p.m. is not a great start time.
No.
That's been and gone.
No.
So we've got to push this show back. Try and get people in the joint.
Then you got to start worrying about the people that are there. They're looking at their watches.
That's it. They've been sitting there for a while. They're going, what is going on here in Goondiwindi?
And they're starting to think, what have I got tickets for here? This is dog shit.
This is a shit show. I saw the Twins on Australia's Got Talent 35 years ago. When did Chris Franklin release that song? Was that was before the bloody millennium bug.
And who is Evan and what's wrong with his teeth?
Who is Evan? Like, why is he smiling on the poster with a mouth like that? I would not be smiling. What is he doing? This is an absolute shit show.
Why is one tooth so much longer than the other?
He's got to file that big tooth down.
Or get an extension on the other one.
Either
way, he's got to make a decision.
Whatever
soon.
He's got to do. He's got to go see the doctor tomorrow.
The dentist.
The
wife's the doctor.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Oh, I'm all over the joint. So, all right, gets the 8:15, and then I said, all right, well, there's still people who are eating in the bistro. So I've got to do that thing. And no one's doing this at their own shows. I've got to do the call out.
Okay.
I go into the bistro.
Yep.
I'm like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, who's here for the comedy night? Who's here? And, about 20 people look at me like, who the fuck's this dickhead?
Yeah.
What's going on? But there's one table. There's about 8 blokes.
Okay.
Who are, we're here for the comedy night. I'm like, have you got your meals? I said, nah, we don't have our meals. I said, oh, well, boys, mate, we're meant to start 3 days ago. You're going to have to come in now. What I'll do, you jump in there. I'll go check with the kitchen.
Yep.
Like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this?
We'll do anything to make a night work.
We have to make it work, all right? If we get these blokes in, there's going to be like 35 in there because it's filled up a bit. Everyone's starting to come in.
You can sit down. You don't have to act out. There's no camera.
Getting a bit excited. I feel like I need to keep the energy up to make this sound exciting.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So, all right, so I almost literally go into the kitchen. Like the lady at the kitchen, serving, taking the meal orders.
Yep.
She could not give a shit about the comedy night.
No, she doesn't.
I said, excuse me, Beryl. She goes, my name's Rhonda. I said, sorry, Rhonda. Your name tag's different. What you got to? Is there any possible way we can get these meals instead of bringing them to the table that's just 5 meters away? Can you bring them into the comedy show? And for bloody Rhonda, this seemed like it was a bit of a chore for Rhonda.
Rhonda's defence, she's serving meals at the Goondiwindi pub on a Saturday night, Friday. Some Johnny come lately with one tooth longer than the others down from Melbourne, and she's just thinking, who the fuck are you?
Oh, Johnny One Tooth.
Yep.
He's come in and he started giving orders. And if there's one thing Rhonda doesn't like, that's being bossed around. No. She's been working at this job for 20 years. She does not need old Johnny One Tooth.
She's copping that enough from her manager without old One Tooth rocking up.
But she sort of, she goes, all right, we'll bring the meals in. I said, thanks, Rhonda.
You're a good egg.
You're a good egg. So now we start the music. We start building the music up. We start building it up.
So what have we got in there now?
I reckon now, it's sort of built up to, a a few more had come in. There was a big table to the right of stage. There was a table to the left of stage.
Yep.
There was some tourists who had come in.
Okay.
So we're starting to
number.
build. We're
Give me a
starting
number.
to build. All right, let's go 25.
Ooh, big numbers.
25.
Yep.
25. A few more came in. I reckon we got to 30.
Okay.
30
Yep.
at a stretch.
30. And what are they paying?
They're paying 25, I think.
Okay, so the pub's doing their nuts.
They're doing their nuts.
These 35 had better start drinking.
They better start drinking or they better start ordering 3 meals.
Yep.
Because they're doing their nuts. But we thought, all right, fellas, this is going to be hard work, but they're in there.
Yep.
We've got 30 keen. Well, yeah,
Semi-keen.
Semi-keen.
Yeah.
Semi-keen. They're dragged in there. And we, I do my intro. Come on. Bring Evo on. And right from the start.
Yep.
It is electric.
Electrical.
For a small
Oh,
crowd.
fantastic.
Oh, it was great. Just good country people. There was a lady with a great little laugh. It was like,
They wanted to be there.
They wanted to be there, and I got talking to there were a few guys from the Goondiwindi Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got chatting to one of the blokes he was a big boy. And
Solid unit.
Solid unit. I said, what do you do with yourself, man? He goes, I'm a lawnmower man. I said, what do you do? He said, I mow lawns. I said, would you do anything else? Do you whippersnip the edges or,
Yep.
or you're just the lawnmower man? So I was ripping a bit of shit on him about, bloody branch out, mate. You got to promote yourself a bit better.
Yeah,
You're more than
yeah.
just the lawnmower man.
Yeah.
The whippersnipper man. You trim bushes.
You're a handyman.
You're a handyman.
Not
You're
a
the
handyman.
gardener.
You're the gardener.
You're the gardener. So I sort of got a bit of stuff there. I started talking to Fergus, who was the captain of the Goondiwindi Hawks, 22 years old.
Okay.
And mind you, they're all having a fucking drink.
And they were
On
playing
a
the
Friday
next
night.
day?
They're playing the next day. But
Okay,
they
well.
didn't give a shit. It's
No.
all good. It's a country town, mate. They love it. So everything was going good there. And we had some farmers on the left. I sort of ripped shit on them. They were sort of the farmers who had the look they have where they've got like tablecloth shirts.
Yeah, yep.
And they've got the sort of puffer jacket, but just with the sleeves cut off.
Puffer. Oh, yeah.
And they wear the RM Williams,
Yeah, it's
the
not a bad look.
jeans. It's a good look. It's a
Not
good
bad
look.
Wouldn't try it in the CBD of Sydney or Melbourne.
Wouldn't
but
do that.
at Goondiwindi pub, it's a solid
That's
sort of
it. I
look.
started ripping in them, saying you're farmers, and talking about how you're in sales, aren't you? You've never been on the farm. You ripped a bit of shit on them. That all went well. Bought the twins on. It was great. Had a break. Everyone from the Goondiwindi Hawks, sorry guys, we should have got more people here and this and that. We're so sorry. It's no
Do have
good.
a game the next day, so
You got a game the next day, but disappointed in the town. I said, don't worry, it's all a bit of fun. Franklin comes on, he killed it.
Yep.
Good times. It was one of those gigs where you're thinking this could have been really, really shit, but they were up for it.
they're the best ones when you it's a complete turnaround from how you feel before it to how you feel you're driving
And
home.
you still got to bring your A game. Because
Oh,
some people have phoned it in. They go, we've come all the way I've flown up from Melbourne to Brisbane, driven out to Goondiwindi. Mate, I'm phoning it in for 40 people. You know what? Evo doesn't phone it in.
Fuck that.
I
No
fucking
way.
had no reception. I couldn't phone it in.
No, you got to perform.
We performed, and then afterwards, everything was great. We got it, and that's the great thing about a country pub.
Yep.
Afterwards, you're drinking with, it would have been better if you were drinking with 80 or 90, but it was 40.
Yeah,
It was 40.
But they would have loved it.
They did love it. So that was all good. And Fergus, the skipper from
The Fur Burger.
the Fergerburger, he from the Goondiwindi Hawks.
Yep.
He's the skipper.
Yep.
He gave me the old, and this isn't going to work.
Gave you the jumper off his own
Gave
back.
me the jumper off his own back. I said, mate, you can't you got to wear that tomorrow.
Goondiwindi.
Hawks. Yeah, green.
Big jumper.
Green and gold. It's
Big
a
unit.
It's a great jumper. And the great thing was, because I'd left my jumper down in Brisbane.
Oh, that worked out
So
well.
it worked out really well. So, and
Good on you,
when,
Fur Burger.
yeah, but when sometimes when you put it, someone gives you their clothes and you think, I wonder what this guy smells like.
Yeah.
He smelled all right.
Oh, he's a good man. He's a good
Yeah, because sometimes
he's a good
the
smeller.
last thing, you don't want that guy who's had a few beers
No.
and he's been wearing that for 3 weeks.
Yep.
He goes, here, mate, here's me jumper. I said, with all
this
due
is-
respect, mate, you stink like shit.
Yep.
I don't want your jumper.
Mate, I'm pretty confident the old Fur Burger would have woken up the next day pretty down on himself that he gave his
but I
jumper to
reckon,
you.
because
But
he just said, mate, don't worry. and I'm the captain, I can get another one.
Yeah.
I own the club.
Yeah, I think he's probably talking big. I'm sure he had to pay another $65 for
he might
footy, and he's probably pretty down on himself.
That's
but
exactly
that's
right.
mate. That's great news.
That's a ripper. That's a ripper.
It's great when you can turn it around like that.
And after that, what we did was we kicked on with a bit of karaoke.
Okay.
So there was karaoke in the mate. They've booked karaoke and a comedy night
To follow you? Yeah. Same room?
Different room.
Okay.
Different room. But I must be honest, it wasn't like karaoke. You'd taken away our numbers.
It was low on numbers?
It was low on numbers.
Yeah.
So.
No, karaoke's, it's not great.
Yeah. And so, do you get much into karaoke?
No. I'll sing along with a group of people, but
it's one of those things where you're really putting your balls on the line, because the number of times you get shit-faced and you see a song, you go, I could sing that. You get 2 bars in and you go, I clearly do not know the words to this song.
Yeah, you got to either pick a song that everyone's going to join in with, or you got to have a magical voice. If you're going to go solo, you got to go have a really good voice, which I don't.
I waited up for a while, and I've done a few songs. I started looking through the list. I thought, I'll butcher that. I'll fuck that.
Yep.
That's not going to sound good.
Yep.
Don't know the lyrics. I think I do, but I don't.
Yep.
So
that's why they got the little screen.
That's why. Even with the screen, sometimes the lyrics come a bit quicker.
If you don't know the words,
it's a bit of a shock when you read them.
You can't just go off that screen.
You cannot do it.
Sound like a robot.
I thought, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out an old classic, Midnight Oil, Power and the Passion.
Not an easy song, I wouldn't have thought.
Not an easy song.
Power of the Passion.
Power and the Passion.
Oh.
See, so you would have been cooked on that song.
I didn't have the screen.
You didn't have the screen,
no.
mate. We need the screen. So
Power of the Passion.
Because Franklin was singing and the chick who ran the karaoke.
Did he do bloke?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that coming.
He said he hates that, and his big favourite is Trailer for Sale Rent. Burp, 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 burp. King of the Road.
Don't know that one.
He sings King of the Road.
Never heard of it.
But the thing is, I reckon with karaoke, like, he was just sitting down singing it. You need a bit of bloody performance.
It's like comedy. The writing's only half of it.
That's
the lyrics
it.
Are only
so
half
I thought, I got to step up here. If I'm doing Midnight Oil, I got to step up. I can't just be there. Peter Garrett wouldn't give it half-assed. So what I thought I'd do to try and look like Peter Garrett, I went into the toilet.
Yep.
And they had those dinger machines.
Okay.
I thought if I can get a $2 dinger and somehow get it on my head, I could look a lot like Peter Garrett.
Exactly like Peter Garrett.
Exactly like Peter Garrett, except he's got better teeth.
Yep. And he hasn't got a condom on his head.
And he hasn't got a condom on his head.
Besides that,
you could do a good Peter Garrett. Oh. You've got the bald head, but his nose isn't as oily. But
no.
Anyway,
he's trying to save the oil. Is he, or the mines?
Yeah, he doesn't like all that stuff.
No.
He's against oil.
He would chain himself to my nose to stop people from digging at it. Would he? Is that what he'd do?
I don't.
Or drilling into my nose.
He wouldn't want people drilling in for oil.
No.
No, he doesn't like that. So, so I thought, all right, I'll try to get the dinger on, and clearly it's not made for a head.
No, so they're made for penises.
Penises.
Yeah.
So that breaks. I thought, I'll have another go.
Yeah.
I put another $2 through the machine. Try another dinger. I've got fucking dinger stuff. I've got lubricant all over my hands. This is no good.
Spermicide.
On
your forehead.
Oh, it's everywhere. So try it again. No good. Break another dinger.
This is a very big penis to be the size of a head.
It's a huge penis.
Yeah.
To get
size of your head.
Huge condom. Yeah. So but I thought, all right, well, let's kick it up. So the song starts, and I think, well, let's not go half-hearted here. Would Peter Garrett go half-hearted at the Goondiwindi Hotel?
He wouldn't know how to.
At 12:30 in the morning? No. So I get up on the table. I take my shirt off. I'm swinging my shirt around. Whoa, the power and the passion.
Of the passion.
And the passion. Power and the passion.
I thought that's what I said before, and you said of, didn't you?
No, power and the passion.
Oh, I swear you corrected me before.
I don't know. Well, listen back.
Anyway.
Listen back. So, all right. So I'm up on the table, and the manager of the pub, she's looking. Her girlfriend comes in, who is the local copper.
So lesbian.
Yeah,
okay.
Lesbian. Yeah. So I'm up on the table with me.
Yep.
Me shirt on my head, and
said, Evan, your comedy night has cost us about $3,000. Can you please not fuck our $5,000 pool table?
No, they didn't give a shit.
Oh,
so
okay.
I finished the song and fun times. And then afterwards, when it all wound down, we were staying upstairs. And
Yep.
the karaoke lady who sort of just came in, she started bumping people on her own karaoke machine. People would write, I want to sing this, and she'd just sing.
Okay.
She had a great voice, but it was a little bit...
Still, it's not about her.
A little bit me.
It's not about her.
Yeah, so she ended up coming upstairs and started talking shit in the room. We're like, get out.
Get out.
Yeah, but so that was good.
All right.
That was good.
We're
We're out here. We've gone way over here.
Flogging a dead horse here.
This is
not
no good.
flogging a dead horse. We've gone too long.
No.
We've both got lots of stories to
I know.
tell. I went to Mount Compass and
I went to
Pinaroo.
I went to Kedron and met some funny dudes in Kedron.
But anyway, they're going to have to wait till
You're
next
gonna
week.
have to wait.
Well, hopefully nothing happens this week so we can tell these stories. 'Cause if not, we're going to write down the stories from this week and these stories will be forgotten.
God.
But
That's life.
You can't,
It's busy.
It's hard to summarise a whole week in 1 hour. So
No, it is tough. So
anyway,
thanks for
I'm about
listening.
cooked.
Get on the Instagram. Get on the Twitter. Don't get on the YouTube this week. It's be pretty shit.
Could be, not great.
Keep subscribing and get book tickets. If you know anyone in Port Douglas, get them a show at the Clink Theatre. Got to sell some tickets for this puppy. Sold a few, but
you could do with more.
You could do with more. You know?
Yep.
So tell your mates, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Hit us up if you got anything cool.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Give us any feedback on the good tits. Was it good tits?
What's it? Band titties.
Oh, band titties.
I
Good
don't
tits. Anyway, and let us know what you thought about Evan's fart. If you want to hear more of that, or if you reckon that's in the gutter. Who knows? That might be a hit.
No good.
So let us know what you think about Evan's fart, and we'll see you next week.
That was another episode.
You won't see us because we haven't. Evan's got his fucking camera.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty, that's it.
The episode of Good Banter.
Good banter.